Ready. Play.
And let's talk about Sabalenka for a minute before we kind of talk about the next round. But I just want to look at a bit bigger picture here, what this means. There's been a lot of discussions about how Sabalenka's draw has kind of really opened up for her, especially with some of the results we've had today, which we'll go through. And heavy favourite to make semis, probably even the final. Let's be honest, the next highest seed in her half is Amanda Anisimova, who's the 13th seed. But I do think that she's got to the second week relatively battle hardened. Boskova pushed her, Raducanu pushed her even more. I don't think she's going to feel like she's had a soft draw up to this point.
No, it hasn't been particularly easy. Even the second set against Carson Bernstein in the first round match was not particularly an easy walk in the park. I think that was 7-5 in the second set, so that one went a little bit longer, and then a couple of more difficult matches. So, yeah, it hasn't been necessarily easy, but I mean, the draw certainly has opened up for her. There's a great opportunity for her to make a very deep run into this tournament, and I mean, she is the highest seeded player. She will be favored in every match that she steps onto the court right now. But yeah, it is maybe a little bit difficult to see who's the one individual that can stop her at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a few candidates, but they are in the second half of the draw. Rybakina being the prime candidate. Let's see how she gets to Clara Towson tomorrow. But the other player, I'd say that like the biggest threat to her in this half of the draw is probably Amanda Anisimova, who she has a bit of a weird head-to-head with. So I see what you mean. I think you can if you look for it, but certainly right now, I do think that a lot of people are now hoping that it's going to be a Sabalenka-Rybakina final, because that would be probably the most competitive match we will see. Maybe I'm wrong, but that seems to be the vibe I'm getting at the moment. But yeah, good result from Sabalenka today against Raducanu. And I think also she did well to kind of turn that around, because I did worry that second set was going to get away from her, a bit like how the second set of the French got away from her. And that definitely, she managed to reverse that very quickly. Her next match, well, we'll talk about her next match in a minute, but let's talk about the opponent first. It's not Elina Svitolina, it's Elise Mertens. Carson, talk to me. How surprised by this are you? Did you catch this match?
Saw a little bit of it. Going into it, I thought that Svitolina was going to be able to pull this one out. She's been playing well this week, so didn't really see this one, especially that first set, coming in this way, I suppose. She was just spraying balls all over the court. Couldn't really just get shots in. I think she had 30 unforced errors, 5 double faults as well. So just spraying the ball a little bit. And I mean, Elise Mertens, not an easy opponent at all in Grand Slams. She's got a history of getting here into the weekend and playing well against seeded players leading up to this point. So it was a really good win for her. She definitely deserved to win this one. But I was a little bit surprised at how it happened.
Yeah, it was very much a tale of two sets, because, yeah, it was Svitolina, you're right, wasn't her best during the first set. There were a lot of wild errors. She was really struggling to generate pace off the no pace that Mertens was giving her. And then in the second set, she upped it, and Mertens started counterpunching like she does, like she can. And it ended up being a battle of two counterpunchers doing very well against each other. And at the end of the day, I think what happened was it went down, like Svitolina could, maybe even should have won the second set, but Mertens just kept up with her, and then was just a lot more clutch in the tiebreak, came up with some really good serves when she needed them, and turned things around to kind of see how they're going. So I agree with you that Svitolina maybe gave her an in with that first set, but make no mistake, Mertens held her off in the second. And I think she'll be very happy with that performance to get her into the Wimbledon third round for, I believe, the third time. The fourth round for the third time, which, that was a good result for Mertens. She's going to have it tough against Sabalenka, though. Carson, talk to me about where you are at with where you see this match kind of going.
I mean, the head-to-head is not particularly good for Mertens. It's 10-2 in between these players. I can't remember off the top of my head, but Sabalenka has won the last 7 or 8 matches now in a row in this head-to-head. So it's a bit brutal at the moment for her. Sabalenka is just able to out-hit her. She's one of those players that, you mentioned it in this match, Mertens wasn't necessarily giving Svitolina a lot of pace. Sabalenka is one of those players that doesn't necessarily need you to give her a lot of pace in order to do some dangerous things with the ball. So yeah, I think it's hard to see it going a different way than it has over the last few matchups. I mean, Sabalenka would probably choose this matchup if she had to pick in between the two. I just think it's, of course, hindsight could be 20/20. In 48 hours, anything can happen. This is tennis, but to me, it feels like this could be a fairly straightforward match for Sabalenka.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's where we are kind of headed, and we see this with head-to-heads as well. I mean, like, how many times, like, you've got the top players who've over the years have had really lopsided head-to-heads with players like David Ferrer or Andrei Rublev or Gael Monfils on the men's side, like with the big three or with Alcaraz and Sinner. So I do agree with you. I think we're seeing something similar here with the WTA and Sabalenka and Mertens. Maybe Mertens can frustrate Sabalenka by making her play one more ball, because to Nerland's comment about Raducanu, he does pick up on something that I think is Sabalenka's key weakness, is that she doesn't like having to play one more ball, that extra ball, and getting it back. I do think she struggles a little bit with players with a stronger defense. It's interesting. You've got this almost simple weakness in a player, a bit like with Swiatek, and not giving her time on the forehand. So I think that's the one thing that Mertens has got going for her, but I think Sabalenka won't mind the lower pace on grass. I think she's going to be feeling pretty confident at the moment. Hard to see anything other than a straight sets win for Aryna Sabalenka in that fourth round.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.